Get this camera straight. Think that's about right, yeah. We gonna accept that for this morning. How y'all doing this morning? Let me get this tie straight, pull that volume all the way up as far as possible. How y'all doing? What we got over here? Trump. Alex Acosta speaks with the House Oversight Committee on Jeffrey Epstein. We ready to get it in, you guys. Let me check that audio. Okay, you guys are ready? Let's see what's in the building real quick. Demonetized. What's going on, Casey? Cat Dad, how you doing? Mark Dorfman, what's good? Liberty and Justice, wrenched up, of course. Rebecca, Lanya and Bueno, Tom chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Gonna check this watch real quick so I'm not behind. Gotta get my woosah out. Stop, y'all. Y'all making me nervous. It's Saturday. Damn you! You killed my father! I will avenge him! That's what I used to be doing on Saturday morning, watching my cartoons or watching them karate flicks when they used to come on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Have a smile. You made it another day. He blessed us again. Problems present opportunities. And guess what? With that being said, I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. It's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. We're gonna wind it up, send that energy, wind it up. There's no pretend to be, give it up. I know it's time to go, y'all. Let's get on. 1, 2, 3, now wind it up. Wind it up. It's time to go. Ready to start the show. Come on, boy. Let's go. I know it's. Yeah. And we gotta warm. That's right. No, we gotta cool it. We gotta cool the tips. That's right. This is how you really wake up in the morning. You gotta really just do something like this. You got the tips right? And then you wake up. And then you can even do these little small ones right here with your eye. And the fingertips just make you wake up so good. Oh, yes, they really do that. Especially when a doom, 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 doom. Do 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 do. Where he going with it, y'all? Doom doom do 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 do. I said I got this feeling I can't turn it loose. That somebody's been getting next to you. Do do do. You walk around like I was your fool. Cause being who I am, I can't lose my cool. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? My friends keep telling me that things going on, but deep in my heart, I hope they are wrong. Somebody's sleeping in my bed. Miss my head. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Do 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 do. I'm talking about the So So Def remix, y'all. Do 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 do. You wanna dance? Do do. I'ma make you dance. Do do do. You wanna move? Do do do. I'ma make you move. That's the one. I got this feeling. Y'all know why I'm amped up, right? Y'all know why I'm amped up because if pump that beat. It's Saturday the 20th. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this is our bottom line where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that just got me lit. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's that sleeping in my bed, messing with my head. That's that Drew Hill, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's see who we got in the building. We got my boy Casey Ramos up in the building. We got Liberty and Justice up in the building. We got Batty Lynn up in here in the morning. Liberty and Justice. Who else do I see up in here? I see my boy Casey. Who else did I see? I saw Demonetized already up in here. Who else we got? Kendra Walker. She's accepted the wrench. That means y'all better be careful because Kendra don't play around. There's only one person that may be a little worse than Kendra, and they have not ducked their head back in here. And you all know who I'm talking about, right? That would be VIP Auction Group. Where are you, VIP Auction Group? I don't forget about my people. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me this morning on a Saturday morning, I appreciate you. I'm not a singer. I am a person. I like to get energized. I like to share energy. I like to share love. I am not a pastor or any sort of a spiritual person. Spiritual advisor. I am a human being who feels God and love in my heart, and I really just love to share it. On top of that, I also love animals, and I got a fantastic update that's coming up, you guys. But you know what it's time to do, right? I can't keep on going because it's going to be a long show. I got a full clip, and you know what I'm really ready to do? After I shout some more people out real quick, Liberty and Justice, Casey, Mark Dorfman. We got Luigi up in the building. We got my homegirl, Rebecca Longan Bueno, chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It's time to get to work. Like I said, fully loaded clip. I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time, and we're going to get to this work, y'all. Let's go. What do I have over here for you guys this morning? I have Trump. Alex Acosta speaks with House Oversight Committee on Jeffrey Epstein. Ooh, this is the same person that issued the slap on the wrist in 2017. We're going to see where we're at on this case right now. I'm sorry, 19, you guys. We're going to see where he's at with it right now as we keep on moving right along. What else do we have here? We got the Senator Adam Schiff, who announces a major effort to rein in on President Trump's power grab. Adam Shifty, low down, gritty, and grimy. What we call him over here on Our Bottom Line, you guys. And last but not least, what do we have? We have the British couple that's been held by the Taliban over a year. They finally got released from capture. Fantastic stories. We got stuff on tariffs. We got more on we got more on Jeffrey Epstein. We got Brigitte Macron trying to submit true facts that she's actually a female because of the Candace Owens situation, you guys. We got a lot to get into. Let's do it. Y'all know what I'm ready to do, right? Let's go. Let's stack this deck. Let me get you guys this info in the morning. Happy Saturday morning. Hope everybody's doing good this morning. Take my energy. Do what you want to do with it. Everybody come on, step in. Let's have a good one this morning. Let's go. We got some breaking information from the gold card. Yes, President Trump has now signed the gold card into an executive order, and he's going to be taking questions in the Oval Office right now. Happy Saturday morning, guys. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Are you ready? And their tie on yesterday.
Well, thank you very much. As you know, we passed the continuing resolution in the Republican House. Amazing vote, actually. It shows we want to keep things going and going proper. I think it was good for a lot of reasons. The Republicans want to keep government open. But in the Senate, we have 53 Republicans total, and we need 60 votes. That means we need Democrat votes. I want to thank Senator John Fetterman. He wants to keep the country open. We're doing so well as a country. We're doing probably better than ever before if you look at the stock market.
Why are you not investing in tax liens? No, seriously.
Yeah, okay.
Why are you not investing into one of the most...
Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Tremendous investment coming in, records investment coming in. Everything's going well, but the Democrats are unhappy about that because they don't want it to go well. I think they actually dislike our country greatly. So they want to shut down the country. They want to have open borders. They want to stop the fighting of crime, where we've been very successful. The D.C., as you know, Washington, D.C. is it's a hot place right now. Everyone's having dinners. They're going out all over. There's very little crime. They haven't seen numbers like this in many, many years. And other places, as you know, we're going into Memphis. We'll soon be going into Chicago. We've already had people out there and in there, and FBI's been there. We've brought the numbers down, but we're going to be bringing them down a whole lot. But I guess they want crime and we fight crime, and it's a pretty big difference. They want to have men playing women's sports. They want transgender for everybody. And if they don't get everything that they want, all these things that they want that are proven so badly, they want to close our government down. We're not going to let bad things happen to our country. We're not going to approve things that we shouldn't be approving. Just today, the House Democrats voted against condemning the political assassination of Charlie Kirk. Who could vote against that? The condemning, all they're saying, please condemn the assassination of a human being. And they said, no, we're not going to do that. Remember this, we had an election a very short time ago. Republicans won presidential. We won the popular vote by a lot. We won all 7 swing states. We won the Electoral College by a lot. We won most U.S. counties in a total landslide.
Yeah, Prez, we know that. We got to keep on moving forward. We appreciate your efforts and what you got going on, because we got a situation coming up called Viper. Operation Viper. On the ocean, on the seas, over the ocean, onto the seas. But guess what? It's nothing to be singing as far as if you're a bad corrupto. If you're a Nils narco and you out there on one of them boats, Bugatti don't want to be you. Come on, y'all, let's get onto the open waters. I want you to see what's going on out there from several different accords. Check it out. They're not playing out there on these waters now. Watch this. We got an operation on the called Pacific Viper. They strikes. This is called Operation Pacific Viper Strikes. U.S. Coast Guard continues to escalate the cartel crackdown. Watch this. He said, get on the ground. He said, get on the ground. That's one down. And you see those motors on the back? Those 3 motors? Supposedly so they can go fast. Number 2. Not a good job. I wouldn't be looking to be hired to work for these people right now. Yeah, I don't think there's a such thing as an hourly wage for a job like that. I'm good. Keep it papi. You talking about go inside the boat for the crazy people in the water? Oh no, papi. I go picky the banana or go clean some coconuts. I'm good. No, thank you. I ain't going out there. Got him again. Number 3. Notice all the motors on the back every time. Those motors are to try to make them go fast and get away. It's not working. Yeah, you see it's not working. That's number 3. And they lucky they didn't get the pow. Or a drill or one of them drills known from the air, right? Here go number 4. Yeah, well, all I can see is progress being made. I mean, I don't feel sorry for people like that in particularly, because you know what their bottom line is, right? Trying to bring over some fentanyl to hurt some of our people. Y'all appreciate that information that y'all just saw? Double tap the screen and go get them likes up. We got a lot to cover today. We got to get on over to Washington. No, we're going to go, where we going right now? We got this whole deck stack that we got to get into. Let's go to the Bronx. Yep, into the Bronx in New York City. We got a Phil's natal situation right here with this boyfriend. I'm single, ladies. I wouldn't do no crazy stuff like that. How come all of the ladies, the pretty ones, wind up with nut jobs like this? Man, listen, y'all don't know how to pick them. Y'all do not know how to pick them. And I'm not blaming the person that lost her life. Sorry to say, I'm not doing that. This is a tragic situation that happened in the Bronx, you guys.
A man in the deadly stabbing of his girlfriend near City Island. He was escorted out of the 45th precinct in handcuffs. Take a look as 44-year-old Franklin Batallas held his head and didn't say anything as he was walked to a car. That will take him to court to face his charges. News 12's Natalie Hernandez outside of the precinct with the latest on what this investigation revealed. Natalie.
Yeah, Amanda, we're outside of the 45th precinct right now where police just walked out with 44-year-old Franklin Batallas, and he's being charged with murder in connection to the stabbing death of his girlfriend, 30-year-old Antonella. He kept his head down, and her family says now they want justice.
Police say Contreras Linares was stabbed multiple times Wednesday night near City Island Road. She was rushed to Montefiore New Rochelle Hospital, where she died from her injuries. Her 44-year-old boyfriend, Batallas, drove them both to the hospital, where he had a stab wound to the forearm.
When he took her to the hospital, he left the hospital right away. And that's why the cops felt some type of way.
Her family says he tried to say the stabbing happened as a result of a mugging gone wrong, but they never believed his story and always thought he was responsible.
How are you gonna take your wife to the hospital after a robbery
and leave her
when you know she got stabbed and you're just gonna leave? You don't even call her mother. You don't even call the family.
Family says the couple had recently broken up after living together in her Bronx apartment. They claim he had been stalking her in the weeks before the killing, and just days ago, Contreras Linares returned from a vacation in the Dominican Republic. Her cousin tells us her mother spoke to her around 7 that night, where she said she was going to dinner with her boyfriend. An hour later, she was dead.
She was just a good person, a good friend of the family, a good cousin, a good daughter. It's just painful.
Antonella was a nurse, and her family tells me they just want her to be remembered for the good she did for them and her community. They say their hearts are broken and she will be deeply missed.
Terrible, tragic situation. I got some words for how he looking like a little lurch or whatever like that. Lord, we really want to pray for the souls of Anna, as well as some strength and understanding to come to her family. It's a terrible, tragic event, and we need for people to stop and really think before they act on situations like this, God. We ask for peace and we ask for strength with the family, as well as some sort of justification in this tragic event in this time. Amen. Terrible, tragic event, you guys. I didn't even know what to say on that right there, because it's just a whirlwind of tragedy. And look, so many people are hurt behind it. And then you got this thunter that's just coming out the jail looking like a little, I don't even know what to explain on that one. Just terrible, tragic event. Let's keep on moving forward, because we got this type of nonsense going on everywhere. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen and get those likes up. The reason why we pray when things like that happen, you never know, there might be a funny or a comical clip coming up. I can't see myself to just clip into that next one without saying something of peace for the soul of the people that lost their souls. Trump, I've never seen anybody capture the youth like Charlie Kirk. That's right. We got more information on Charlie Kirk right here. Trump was doing an interview and he basically said some words about his friend Charlie Kirk.
And if things you hear are so unbelievable, you wouldn't think.
As well as hate speech and much more, not just that.
You're a very regular person. I am too. I'm a regular person. Who would make the statements that they make? Did you see the guy the other day run through all the flowers that put down in loving memory of Charlie? this maniac runs through the flowers, kicking them all down and stepping and stomping on them. And fortunately, somebody grabbed him and gave him a rap. But the guy looks like a normal guy. And who would do that? I mean, who would do it? Running through these
So you
plants
think
and
that that's
flowers.
ruining property. So once you cross
Well,
the
it's not the
line
ruining property.
from just speaking,
It's not the ruining property. It's the concept of doing it. Who would do this?
no, it's horrible.
You have people that are
But
placing.
we have the freedom in this country to burn a flag, but not to ruin, someone's. That's the question. Where do you draw the line? I guess is the
Well, you
question.
can say the ruination of property because you probably do better with that because free speech seems to be you're able to do anything. So you can say, but when I saw this thing, I couldn't believe it. I had to rewind it and say, I love the rewinding. It's without it, we couldn't live without it because sometimes you can't believe it. But I watched this young guy running through and
saw it
kicking
too.
everything around.
And he had a T-shirt on that was the same
Yeah,
T-shirt.
It's just a terrible thing. That's the other thing. They have signs and they're all professionally made. Real protesters make them in their basement. And they're all the
So
same.
who's behind it? Do you have a gut
Well,
feeling?
you hear.
Kind of made a point right there. Real protesters make signs in their basement. Like, honey, how this look? And you'll be like, this is your girl. Like, okay, it's fine. Those are made at Kinko's and FedEx, the one that they be having out there.
Soros, I don't know. We're going to find out if he's behind it. But it's incitement to riot. That's a criminal act. And people are dying because of it. So it's really, it's death. So we're gonna find out, and it should have been done a long time ago.
Let me ask you, as a parent and a grandparent, when you look at these stories, right? This guy, Tyler Robinson, Thomas Crooks, who almost took your life, Luigi Mangione has all these people supporting him. What's your
By
advice
the way,
to
think
parents?
about Mangione. He shot someone in the back. As clear as you're looking at me or I'm looking at you, he looked like a pure assassin. I was surprised actually. You would have thought this guy would have been at a central casting in the movie, and maybe he was. But he think of what he did. He openly. It's not like, gee, there's a question. If there's a question, you can understand it maybe, but there's not a question. He walked up to a man, didn't give him warning, didn't say turn around, didn't do like the Old West where you have a gunfight. You each have a gun. He shot him right in the middle of the back, instantly dead. And now he's like, I'm watching, the girls are going crazy for him. This is a sickness. This is, this really has to be studied and investigated. It's not.
Talking about the way that people are acting right now in response to what's going on. And it doesn't matter what side. It's crazy because we are like, almost like pain is nothing to us. You get what I'm saying? After a while, we've been so conditioned to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like nothing. It's like we're just so, that's how we are inside because it just keeps on happening. I don't want us to be like that. That's why I pray all the time. And y'all can crack jokes and say whatever y'all want to say over here because we got the best co-hosts and that's how we do it. Every morning, we try to come here to get you guys some smiles going on and let you understand that guess what? No matter how many problems you have and what's going on in the world, God is always going to be there. And guess what? Problems present opportunities. Just keep on looking at a problem the wrong way. Look at the problem at the end of it like, I just got to get to that. Look at it like that from now on. We're going to keep on moving forward. We got to keep on moving forward how we always do. Because we got the former labor secretary from the Oversight Committee, your boy, Alex Acosta, who finally had his day in court yesterday. Not court exactly, but yeah. He basically had a hearing with the Oversight Committee. This is him coming in. I want you guys to see as much as I could get. He's walking in, he's got a little smile on his face. He think he's done well with giving Epstein that light sentence, He's trying to hold face, got that lawyer look on him, I don't particularly care for the person too much because I feel as if he should have gave Epstein, a much stiffer sentence. He's not answering any questions, of course. All he does is goes in the doors and ignores them or whatever, right? And then what happened after that? We got a little bit of summation on what happens after that. Let's go. Let's get it.
Joining us right now, we have Democratic member of the House Oversight Committee, Congressman Suhop Subramaniam. Welcome, sir, certainly from the great state of Virginia there. But let's talk about things that have been happening, because you were in the room. And it seems there's a lot of frustration among Democrats over what you're hearing from Acosta. So first of all, describe his demeanor, given all the pressure from the intense focus on this case.
Well, the Republicans were asking him softballs, and so when we got in there and we were asking tough questions, he was very defiant. And it was just striking the lack of remorse, given what happened and what happened after he signed that non-prosecution agreement. More women were trafficked, more women were raped, but there was a clear lack of remorse. He didn't even acknowledge those women who were raped, despite all the reporting and all of the evidence. And so I think that's where my frustration was that this was someone who should at least acknowledge that he made a very grave mistake, but there was a clear defiance and lack of remorse.
With regard to saying he is
And couldn't you tell by his face, guys, like the way he was walking in was more like he was just on a stroll on some, trying to get like, oh, maybe if I can advertise, I can get some more business. That's what it looked like to me.
aware of the suffering of these women. Do you believe him? Does he come across as telling the truth?
It's really hard to believe that he didn't know what was going on. I mean, his memory faded whenever we asked very pointed questions. And what's interesting was,
right?
Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump are very close friends at the time. And so he lets Jeffrey Epstein off with a sweetheart deal. And then 6 years later, he's being nominated for Secretary of Labor by the new President Trump at the time. And this comes up. He admits that this came up during the vetting process. I can't believe that the Trump administration, if they actually wanted to get justice in this case, would nominate and confirm and have someone like him serve in their cabinet. And that's just astounding, but it makes sense now why they don't want to release the files.
He must have slipped through the cracks.
And why is that? I mean, you say it makes sense.
Okay, yo, we got to go on over to the Secretary of not RAW, R-A-W, W-A-R. That's right, Pete Hegseth hosts the 2025 National POW MIA Recognition Day ceremony. Just going to give him a little bit of, I want you just to see the aura, because when I see stuff like this, it just reminds me of my dad, because he was so into the country, so into our people, always wanted to talk about when he was in the army and all this stuff that he did over there. It reminds me of my dad when I look at stuff like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth.
And my grandfather too. We're not going to take a lot. We're just going,
On this beautiful and fitting day, we're gathered here to commemorate National POW Missing in Action Recognition Day. Today we honor those who were held as prisoners of war.
That's right.
And those still missing in action.
That's right.
It's a day when we can tell those who are here and those who have not yet returned, you are never forgotten.
There we go.
I'd like to first spend a moment remembering our nation's former prisoners of war. These men went through the fire of war and captivity and emerged on the other side. While we will never know all that they endured, we give them our deepest respect, honor, and gratitude. We're fortunate enough to have one of them here today, serving as a living, breathing example of the warrior ethos at its best. Rear Admiral Robert Shoemaker spent over 8 years as a POW in Vietnam. He actually coined the phrase, the Hanoi Hilton. Please stand up and be recognized for your bravery and service. Thank you, Admiral.
And there was thousands that had to go through the same thing. So yes, over here, call me what you want, but we salute the veterans, we salute the serving us officers, we salute everybody out there protecting our country. Because if it wasn't for them, we couldn't be moving the way that we move right now, y'all. How about that? Y'all believe that? Okay, double tap that screen and get those likes up. Show your love for the United States of America, because you live here. Stop acting like you don't love this country. Come on, y'all. Let's keep on going, because Jaya Powell, she went nuclear on Kash Patel. Y'all saw that yesterday? Jaya Powell, the Indian and she actually is Indian, so don't get mad at me for saying who she is. But she kind of went off yesterday. Let's check into it.
Gentleman yields back. Gentleman from Washington's recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Patel, before you joined the FBI, you had very strong opinions about what the FBI was hiding regarding Jeffrey Epstein. In a September 2023 interview with Glenn Beck, you said the Black Book is under the, quote, direct control of the director of the FBI. In December 2023, you said, let us know who the pedophiles are. Even for a short time after becoming FBI director, in February of 2025, you tweeted, quote, there will be no cover-ups, no missing documents, no stone left unturned. In June, you told Joe Rogan, quote, we've reviewed all the information, we're gonna give you every single thing we have and can. But then suddenly in July, everything changed. You and Attorney General Pam Bondi released one video and said that there was nothing more to see. Your July memo says you uncovered more than 300 gigabytes of data and physical evidence, but that you had decided no further disclosure would be appropriate or warranted. That is a quote. I think what happened, Mr. Patel, is that suddenly you discovered that Donald Trump's name was all over these files, and you started a giant cover-up. So you are under oath, Mr. Patel. You just testified to Mr. Swalwell that you did not speak to the president about the Epstein files. To your knowledge, did Attorney General Pam Bondi speak to the president about what was in the Epstein files?
I can't speak for Attorney General Pam Bondi.
So to your knowledge, you don't have any information. The question was, do you have any knowledge? Do you have any knowledge?
I can't speak.
You are refusing to
Attorney
answer the
General
question. So
Pam
let me
Bondi.
tell you that the Wall Street Journal reported that in May, Bondi told Trump that he was in the Epstein files, and at the same meeting said that the DOJ did not plan to release the files. Yesterday, you testified to Senator Kennedy that there was, quote, no credible information that Epstein trafficked girls to anyone else, and that you have, quote, continuously and publicly asked the public to come forward with more information and we'll look into it. Today, in response to Mr. Massey's question, you appeared to say that the survivors were not credible. These are survivors.
That's not at all what I said.
Okay, great. I'm gonna ask you this in a second, but let me tell you
Okay,
about
well,
the
then don't lie about
survivors and let's bring them up here into the room. These are women who came to the Hill and testified that they were groomed and raped at the age of 14 and 16 years old, and they called to meet with the president and to meet with the FBI and to have people investigate their claims. Some of them have never testified before. If you are so interested in getting the public to submit any information, why have you not met with them? You said you haven't met with them. Have you met with them? I'll give you one more chance.
My job as the FBI director is to
Is
invite
the
all
answer yes or
investigative
no
leads.
to whether or not you met with these women who were sexually abused and raped?
Any insinuation by you or any
What
people
is
on your
the-
side that I am not manhunting child predators and sex traffickers, just look at the
Mr.
stats.
Patel,
And you talk
Mr.
about
Chairman,
cover-ups, man.
Mr. Chairman,
You
this
talk
is
about
my time
cover-ups.
and I will take as much time as I
Where were
want.
you during the
Instruct
Obama
the
and
witness,
Biden
Mr.
administrations
Chairman.
when these so-called
Instruct the
cover-ups were
witness.
going on?
Mr.
Why didn't
Chairman.
anyone in those administrations talk to any of these
Mr.
purported
Chairman.
witnesses? I have
That's a regular
welcomed
order, Mr.
every
Chairman.
single person to provide.
As you can see, it got what we call heated up there, and I wanted to let you guys see everything that happened because I really want to know what do you think? What side do you think is correct? Do you think Kash Patel's answers are correct? Are you getting enough information out of Kash Patel and the administration? On the other side, what about the points that she was making? Do you believe and are you behind the points that she was making? Or do you think that she was just, because honestly, I'm gonna be a part of it is one thing that I will always stand true to as far as the survivors. The survivors should actually determine, I think that they should determine what's gonna happen moving forward because they are the victims of this situation. I have no say in it because I wasn't a victim of what's going on there. They were. And that's why I always like to consider the survivors and I like to let them speak. I always search for information when they're talking. We're gonna keep on moving forward. I see we gotta get some trolls up out of here because exactly nothing we're saying is funny. So if anybody, All of those like, oh, that's Casey talking about something. Okay, you all right, because I know you're talking about something real. So I'm gonna keep on moving forward. I thought it was somebody playing around. We got to keep on moving forward. We're gonna keep on moving forward because I don't play about that right there, y'all. In case you my bro, so it's all good. When I saw the glove, I said he must be talking about something that makes sense. So you good. Let's get on over to this other situation that we've been following all week, where we found the body of the composing child inside of that Tesla. David sings about Celeste's tattoo and leaked in a leaked song. Yes, the artist David we're talking about, that car was registered to him, and that's why all of the questions are now coming back to what was his involvement with the girl that lost her life. I got to be real careful the way I talk. Casey, how you doing, bro?
Not like coincidences, and that goes double for cops who are investigating murders of runaway teenagers, especially runaway teenage girls. That fact has got to be hitting home tonight, literally, for the singer known professionally as David, spelled D4VD. I know it's strange, but it's pronounced David. His legal name is David Anthony Burke, and it is quite possible that's the name that was included in the warrant last night that was executed to search the home where he's been living. It's also the same name that's said to be on the title of the impounded Tesla, where the body of a dismembered and decomposing teenage girl was found by police in the trunk, or should I say frunk, the front trunk. That was 1 week ago Monday. If you were with us here last night, you know that that body has been identified as Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose family reported her missing in April of last year. And get this, she may not look it in this picture, but she was just 13 when she went missing. Celeste's birthday, the 15th birthday, was the day before her body was found.
Jesus Christ.
But since it was the stench of rotting human remains that led the impound workers to call the LAPD, it is almost certain that Celeste did not live to see 15. For David, who's now on a world tour, none of this is good news, but it's not bad for him yet, legally speaking. That said, here are some of the bizarre coincidences that you cannot ignore in this murder case. This murdered teenager and the up-and-coming singer both have the same tattoos on their right index fingers, reading, shh. To be fair, it is a popular tattoo, SHHH, far from unique. But Celeste's mother says that her daughter was dating somebody named David when she went missing. And yes, David is a common name. I get it. Then there's the photo. A photo of David, the singer, in Celeste's neighborhood, not far from her house, minutes actually walking, right before she disappeared. And should I say that Celeste's house is like over an hour away from where David was living, so not likely just to be there for no reason. And now we know that in December of 2023, a song leaked out that is highly curious in retrospect. It is a demo track by David, and it's called, say it with me now, Celeste. The name of the song is Celeste, and it's all about his love for a girl who's named Celeste. Still, there was no indication.
People in the comments, y'all are all right. It's too many points pointing to D4Vid. And what are you doing with a 13-year-old? How about we whoop his ass when we catch him first? Oh, man. Nobody saw that. Regular people, what are you doing with this 13-year-old? Why are y'all moving around together? How is she getting a car in with your, that car is registered to him. Crazy going on over here, you guys. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up. We're almost to 50,000 members. We're really on the edge right there. And yes, we prayed for Celeste. We did it yesterday, and we will continue to pray for Celeste, as well as more information. We want more information to come out on this terrible and tragic situation, Lord. And please protect our children as much as you can, because they are so unprotected out here, to the point where celebrity and fame and money seem to outshine so many things as far as what they really need to be focused on. Money and fame and dealing with these people, Lord, we know it's the root of evil. to be honest with you, especially when you're dealing with certain people in certain aspects and they live their evil throughout that music and what they do. We ask for peace and we ask for answers in this one, Lord. Amen. Appreciate you guys and thank you. We're going to keep on moving forward right now because now Trump administration is pushing to go after critics that are talking about Charlie Kirk, critics that are talking about negative stuff in the press, a lot of negative stuff. So let's see what they're talking about, guys. Let's go.
Washington correspondent John Carlin. John, this is the latest in a series of pretty extraordinary steps the president's team have taken to punish adversaries, silence critics, stifle free speech.
For sure, George. And those were extraordinary words that we just heard from the president overnight on Air Force One, talking about revoking broadcast license, taking networks off the air if he doesn't believe that they have been fair to him. And the week started out with him suing the New York Times and telling me directly that his attorney general might go after reporters if he doesn't like what we have reported. Donald Trump has made it perfectly clear that he would like to use the power of the federal government to silence his critics.
And he's now using the power of the federal government, making a new move against the New York Attorney General who prosecuted him, Letitia James.
George, this is a major escalation of the president's effort to get retribution against his political rivals. ABC News has learned that President Trump is expected to fire a top federal prosecutor for failing to file criminal charges against Letitia James, somebody who is obviously very high on the president's enemies list. The prosecutor is Eric Siebert. He is the U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, arguably the most important U.S. attorney's office in the country, responsible for the bulk of counterterrorism and espionage cases. And his office has been investigating James for 5 months on allegations of mortgage fraud that have been brought by the administration. He found no evidence to go forward with the prosecution, declined to do so, and now we are told that he will be fired. ABC News has learned that the president intends to put somebody else in the U.S. Attorney's office who will more aggressively prosecute the New York Attorney General.
And
oh, you couldn't find nothing? Oh, come here for a minute. You couldn't find nothing? You couldn't? Bow! Out of here. Oh, sorry to say it. Gotta go. RFK Jr. and Pam Bondi discuss illegal vaping. Y'all gotta be careful with this. I know you see kids. I don't know if any of you guys see it when you're heading to work or maybe when you're going outside on an outing or something like that. You see these kids with the vapes and you're wondering like how they're getting these big puffs of smoke coming out of their mouth. Yeah, it's like, oh, it's only fruit flavored. It's only pineapple mango. Okay, yeah, check this out. Because all of these illegal vapes, y'all don't even know what's in them or what country they coming from or what type of chemicals can be in them. So Pam Bondi and RFK Jr., they're about to discuss illegal vaping and the new measures that they're about to make because the kids are really being affected by this. Watch out.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you all for being here today. Can you hear me okay? Okay. Wait, you can hear that? Department of Justice has partnered with HHS, FDA, U.S. Marshals, and ATF, my two agencies. Late July, Secretary Kennedy and Dr. Makari came to meet with me at the Department of Justice. They expressed concerns about the Chinese vapes here in our country. So many think or thought that these were legal. They are not, and we're going to tell you why. Earlier today, pursuant to search warrants issued by federal courts, U.S. Marshals began seizing hundreds of thousands of units of illicit vaping products at locations across the United States, including here at Midwest Goods in this suburb of Chicago. Many of these products were smuggled in from China, circumventing regulations. They often contain undisclosed or untested chemicals which fail to meet FDA safety standards. We're also finding they evade proper labeling and marketing regulations. It's clear many of these products are being illegally brought into America. They're targeting children, young adults, college students, and even members of our military. They're labeled as cotton candy, bubble gum, and Fruit Loops, among others. These dangerous vapes are being sold near our bases, our military bases, our schools, and they are exposing our children and service members to serious health risk from untested chemicals.
All right, y'all. So keep on vaping and thinking it's cool. Get the big old cloud coming out. You see the kids like, that looks so stupid anyway. What is that? What are you doing? Keep on moving forward because doom, 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 doo, doo, doom, doom. Doo, doo, doom, doom. Doom, 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 doo, doo, doom, doom. Bust it. That's right. Ice, ice, baby. Doo, doo, doom, doo, doo, doom, doo, doo, doom, doom. That's right, y'all. ICE floods Chicago in Operation Midway Blitz. I know y'all can't stand when I do that, but I love it. Midway Blitz. Arrest several people for DUI, assault, and still snorking. I don't know why you guys don't like stuff like this, but I do. I do. I love it when a plan comes together. Love it when the plans come together. Let's get them, y'all. Roll out. Autobots, get them. No talking, no commentary. Video shows accounts of Venezuela illegal migrant Santiago. He's being arrested, right? Final order to be removed was issued last year in July. He stayed. Go out of here. This one is another guy from Mexico. His name is Marcelino Ramos. He's being arrested. His criminal history includes arrest for DUI, reinstigating police officers, and something else I ain't see. This is Wilma. DUI. He's due in court in October. I guess they came and got him early.
We're fine.
So now I don't see anything wrong when it's criminals, when people have done things unjust and didn't go back to court, were told that they're supposed to leave, harm children. Come on, y'all. Y'all know y'all don't go for messing with the children now. So when they do stuff like that, I got to give them a thumbs up. And that's when that music should start playing. Doom, 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 doom. Do 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 do. Let's get on over to DHS as they unload on the Democrats for disrupting another ICE raid. Not a raid, but the sit-in that they had. Do you guys know that there was a big protest 2 days ago in New York, as well as a huge sit-in with many administrators?
So nearly a dozen New York City elected officials were detained after protesting at a federal immigration building yesterday. Take a look.
We want justice for our neighbors. We are the people.
ICE sources tell us that officers had to secure the doors with locks and zip ties to stop the protesters from trying to get in. And a separate protest downstairs outside the building, protesters there were blocking ICE vans from leaving the facility. For more on this, we are joined by Tricia McLaughlin, DHS Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs.
Got a lot of
Tricia,
pushback.
good morning and great to see you as always.
Good morning, Bill. Great to be with you.
So the Democrats wanted to get into the 10th floor of the ICE building there in New York City. That's where you guys have some holding cells. And there was a New York State senator, her name's Julia Salazar. She tweeted that they're, quote, fighting for their immigrant neighbors. Let's talk about who those neighbors are being held on the 10th floor. Here's some of them. According to ICE, there's an MS-13 gang member convicted of criminal weapon possession and DUI, an illegal alien convicted of criminal gun possession, an illegal alien arrested for flying drones near the White House, another alien with 2 kilograms of fentanyl, and another alien convicted of drug trafficking in Switzerland. Tricia, those are some neighbors to have.
No American wants these individuals to be their neighbors. They don't want criminals living next door, which is exactly why ICE law enforcement is removing them from the streets of New York, while these sanctuary city politicians actually give them protection. And just to set the scene here, Bill, it was 71 agitators who came to this ICE processing center and put our staff at risk, put security and law enforcement at risk, and also put the migrants themselves. You listed some of those.
What do you guys think about that? Some people say that they did it just to get promo, just to get, advertising, just to get their names out there. Oh, the Dems are trying to get a little bit of PR. Do you guys think that, or do you think it's genuine, their fight to try to help out with these illegal, sorry to say it, those were criminal immigrants right there that they were talking about. They should have went to a different floor and probably try to get the people that were here working at a job and got, you know, arrested. Those would be better people to try to fight for if you're an administrator, don't you think? Also, guess what, you guys? I got an update on the dog that we talked about yesterday. My boy Nova. His name is Nova. His mom's name is Lynn. The report that I am about to tell you guys is about the XELLE bully Nova. I'd like to let you guys know, and I'd like to announce that his GoFundMe was met in 1 day. That's right. His GoFundMe was supposed to be, it starts like this. You ready to go? $3,000 for an MRI, $7,000, I think, more in order to do the actual procedure if he's going to have the surgery. They made $11,000 yesterday. $11,000 was made yesterday for Nova. Super Nova. We love dogs over here. We love pit bulls. We have made our goal for Nova, you guys. $11,000. She needed 10, she got 11. You see how God do? I was nervous. I'm trying to be up in here like, yo, everybody give $2. It's 10,000 people. If you give 50, I was up in there thinking to myself, 50 cents, 20,000 people. That's it. Because you got to think like that, guys. And that's how we were able to make that goal. Her people, a lot of people over here, Lynn was able to make her goal because of you guys, and she was so happy. She was crying the same way that she was crying about receiving the money. She was crying about the fact that she got it. And I'm so happy because Nova's going to be able to get his treatment. And now all we got to do is pray for him to pull through and have really good therapy. Come on, y'all. That's the way God worked right there. We did it. Pop your collar real quick. You was down with it. We put some money up and we feel good. Now we just got to keep on, stay prayed up, and we're going to keep on moving forward, y'all. Let's go. We got this husband of a Berwin assistant principal, Larissa Lee. She was pow-powed outside of the school with 2 other people. This is a tragic domestic violence situation. Had to bring you guys into it. Sorry to say it because it really happened. So many children, administrators, and teachers on the faculty are really devastated by this situation right here. So I'm definitely going to pay respects to this fantastic assistant principal because everybody loved her.
So tomorrow, students will head back to class at Lincoln Middle School in Berwin after a truly terrifying crime right outside of the building. The school's assistant principal was shot and killed. One of 3 people dead in a tragedy that has shaken that school and truly the entire neighborhood. Police say it was a domestic incident. NBC5's JC Navarrete live in Berwin tonight talking with students and with parents about the grief they're facing right now. JC?
Hey there, Stephen, and so much emotion was on full display. And today we also learned more about the crime, but the victim itself, we're learning tonight from her sibling that assistant principal was shot and killed by her own husband.
They're my family, and I mean, it's a horrible thing. I have a lot of emotions. I don't quite know what to feel.
A family ripped apart by gunfire, just feet from Lincoln Middle School in Berwin. Among the dead, assistant principal Larissa Lee. Balloons, flowers, and candles now line the street as students and parents pay their respects. Lee's life cut short Tuesday afternoon, shot inside a car. Her husband, Stephen Lee, dying of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Her sister says the mother was also killed inside that vehicle.
This didn't come out of the blue. It has started ever since, I want to say the tail end of June. And basically the boiling point would have been yesterday.
Wednesday, a clear picture of the violence. Nearby security video captures more than a dozen rounds fired. Police call it a domestic situation. Students now grappling with the loss. One told me she felt safe around Lee. Another, with her mother's permission, said she'll miss her laugh.
I always saw her laughing with the other people, and she would laugh so hard that I didn't understand the joke, but I would also laugh.
Her commitment to students, clear to anyone who knew her.
She was always about her work. She sounded like she really loved her school, really loved her kids. So she was all about what she needed to do.
Again, classes do resume tomorrow right behind me here at Lincoln Middle School. And you can see how much
that memorial here has grown over the past couple of hours. Police continue to investigate what may have even led up to this shooting in the first place, and we do now know that counselors will be on hand for anyone that may need them. Stefan?
Yeah, so then everybody's going in this one right there. There was no winners in that. That's why when it comes down to emotions, guys, we got to be more sensible. I understand that we get very emotional with our hearts, love and things like, love, and it's a very sensitive point. But doing something like that only hurts everybody. I want to pray for the family as well as the children that are suffering right now, because she was a pillar in the community as well as the school. I want to give the children strength. Whoever saw that tragic event, I'm trying to, hopefully they can come to some sort of peace and calmness with their lives. We ask this today in Jesus' name, for you, the Father, the kingdom, the wisdom, and the power, and for every day. Amen. Terrible, terrible, tragic situation. I don't even know really, like, because when people lose somebody like that, she basically was more than just a principal. She was, as you guys can see, people love that lady. And there's so many people that are going to not benefit from her not being here anymore. Terrible. Keep on moving forward, you guys. What could put Joe Biden's pardons on the legal jeopardy? Let's keep on moving forward now. We got some information on your old president there. We're going to go over to Sleepy Joe. Got some information on Sleepy Joe, y'all.
All right, as the investigation into Charlie Kirk's assassination continues, the House Oversight Committee now probing online platforms that could have played a role. The CEOs of Reddit, Discord, Twitch.
I'm sorry, I wanted this information to come out because this is more hate speech and I want it to be talked about. Let's go.
And Steam are all expected to appear before the committee soon, but earlier today, it was former White House Chief of Staff Jeff Zient's turn to face the Oversight Committee. He had a lot to say about former President Joe Biden's mental decline in office, among other things. He admitted that as Biden's term went on, his decision-making got slower. Sometimes it took Biden up to 4 in-person meetings to finalize a decision. Here now with the details is the chairman of the House Oversight Committee. James Comer is with us. Mr. Chairman, thank you. Tell us about these groups that you're going to be investigating.
Well, first of all, the CEOs of those 4 companies,
I'm coming for Ravi
there's a
myself.
pattern that's developed.
I'm going to get Ravi out of here myself.
Many of the crimes, the most high-profile crimes that have been committed by particularly juveniles over the last several months, the pattern is that the criminals have been using these platforms to communicate with others, and we want to bring the CEOs in to see if they're to see how they market those platforms and what foreign actors are coming in and maybe trying to influence young people to spread hate and to spread violence on those platforms. We want to give the CEOs an opportunity to tell us why they think these platforms are the new form of communication, and if there are things that we can do in Congress to prevent this or to identify this, or if law enforcement can do a better job of identifying potential crimes before they happen. And we don't want to do anything to limit speech, but at the same time, we have to recognize that there is a pattern here, and we need to try to find any solution to prevent these types of mass shootings, these types of high-profile crimes from juveniles from happening again.
The Biden's ex-chief of staff, everything that I read that happened today sounds like the most explosive so far of all the people that you've interviewed.
Okay, y'all, we got to keep on moving forward. But I like when he pops in because at least you get exactly what's going on, because he's always there, Comer, always at Capitol Hill, or knowing what's going on when it comes down to Senate. So yeah, what's going on over there? We'd like to know. Keep on moving forward, you guys. VIP, I'm trying to make you a mod, but the comments is moving too fast. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Man who lost his life after riding the Stardust. You guys didn't know anything about this? Be careful when you get on these rides at these amusement parks. I do not ride any of them. I do not trust any of them. I'm not fearful of the ride more than losing, myself. I don't just get on rides like that. Like, it doesn't do anything for me. And I'm not trying to knock you guys that like getting on rides and stuff like that, but I'm good.
And that big story tonight at 5, the man who died after riding the Stardust Racers roller coaster at Epic Universe has been identified and his cause of death is now public.
So the Orange County Medical Examiner has told us late this evening 32-year-old Kevin Rodriguez Zavala,'s death was an accident, and he suffered multiple blunt impact injuries. The sheriff's office says he was found unresponsive last night on Stardust Racers. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead.
West 2 has been on top of this story since the very beginning. On the left is exclusive video from Chopper 2 last night over Epic as investigators were on site. And on the right, a live look through Chopper 2 over Epic right now.
We have live team coverage starting with West 2 News investigative reporter Greg Fox outside of the theme park tonight. Greg, the cause of death raises plenty of questions.
Yeah, it sure does, because I think a lot of people, when they hear stories like this, at all the theme parks, including Epic Universe, Disney, SeaWorld, all of the parks around here, you think that it's a medical condition. Strokes and heart attacks happen all the time. But what led to this man's death? Now we're seeing the start of what will likely be a much longer investigation here at Epic Universe. Claire Ross and her family are visiting from overseas and heard about the death of a 32-year-old man following a ride on Stardust Racers at Universal Epic Universe. She and others planning to go to the park aren't sure about riding that coaster.
Was going to go on that ride.
I was,
now,
huh?
potentially questionable, but
Ain't
obviously
getting
I'd
on
like to
there now.
understand what actually happened. Was it the ride or was it something pre-existing?
It is obviously very sad. Hopefully, we feel bad for his family and things as well. But he maybe had some underlying health conditions and things.
From Chopper 2, you can see deputies and park workers near the rails and the guest entry points. 2 off-duty deputies responded to a man-down call and found the rider unconscious. Universal said the guest became unresponsive after riding Stardust Racers and was transported to the hospital where the guest later died. We are devastated by this event and extend our sincerest sympathies to the guest's loved ones. We are fully committed to cooperating with this ongoing investigation. The attraction remains closed. The medical examiner's report says Kevin Rodriguez Zavala died of accidental blunt force trauma. Shown here during the month Epic Universe opened in May, the dual-launch coaster, which can go as fast as 62 miles an hour and peak at 133 feet, is an extremely intense experience, according to theme park blogger Theron White.
I'm good.
Even outside of a fault happening on the ride, these are extreme forces to put on your body. I mean, when you're going on a roller coaster or a drop ride or any kind of thrill attraction, even if you're skydiving, you're putting something on your body that is not something that your body is really used to experiencing, and that can be a lot for anybody.
That's why Universal has signs posted that indicate people with certain medical conditions should avoid riding. The state has joined the sheriff's office investigation to ensure the operation.
What's this blunt force thing though? What's that about? That must have mean that something hit him or he hit something. What's that blunt thing about? Did it happen before he got on or did it happen after? You know what I thought about? For some reason, I just thought about a water bottle. Like, let's say if somebody had a water bottle on the ride and they got off and it hit them somewhere, whatever like that. Because all that movement, anything could happen. Or it could have been a bird, or it could have been something else. I don't know. But they need to investigate that. But I tell you one thing, I know who ain't getting on no ride. Here we go over here. I'm good. I go on the little ones. I used to go to the Coney Island, and you know the little kiddie ride? If they let me get on there, I get on there. I be looking like Gray Paper on there like this, going all around the little roller coaster. It's about the size of this room. I be going all around there, moving all around. They'd be like, look at this grown behind man on this little kid roller coaster. And I'll be happy like this, smiling on the little kid roller coaster, as long as they let me ride. That's one benefit of being short. They'd be like, well, hey, at least he fits. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. We got to keep on moving forward to LA. We're going to go over to Jimmy Kimmel because guess what? He got suspended, but guess what? A court wants to have information and he's fighting back. It's not just going to go down without a fight. I guess Jimmy Kimmel and a lot of people want to know. They want to know some answers. All right, let's go, y'all. ABC wants suspension resolved within days. You guys watch Jimmy Kimmel?
All right, welcome back to Live Now. I'm Austin Westfall. We continue to follow the developing situation about Jimmy Kimmel Live. Of course, we've continued to follow the ever-evolving landscape of late-night television. We heard earlier this year that Stephen Colbert's Late Show would be canceled next year, and now we're hearing that ABC has pulled Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air, a live look at Hollywood Boulevard, just outside, it looks like, where the show is taped. We've been seeing protesters outside of Kimmel's studio all day, basically. We saw them out there last night as well. For those who have visited Hollywood Boulevard, who have seen a taping of the show, this is the area where you do line up outside. And all indicators seem to say that there was an episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live planned on Wednesday before the network decided to pull the show off the airwaves. We'll continue to watch these live vantage points out.
Okay, what do you guys watch Jimmy Kimmel? Do you think that it should come back on the air? What do you think? Free speech, is it under question right now? I hear what everybody has to say, and guess what? I'm there with you, because I might say something that they might want to try to, you know what I'm saying? I have to surf every day. I'm surfing on this word. I'm surfing not to say that word. You remember that last time I said something and a spinning ball came and shut us down? I got to be over here like this. You guys understand what I'm saying, right? It ain't easy. It ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? But what is also, I got some more information for you guys that I found out as we were doing a little more digging. It's Los Angeles information. It's the videos from Celeste Rivas. Her teacher may be the smoking pal in the missing person case when it comes down to David, the rapper that is on tour right now. Could he be guilty? Check this out.
Helping now, new details following a grisly discovery in Hollywood. A 15-year-old girl found dead inside a singer's Tesla. Now Fox 11's Gina Silva is digging into their mysterious connection. Gina Silva.
That's her in my classroom in front of...
A teacher is captured on cell phone video telling his students that Celeste Rivas, the 15-year-old girl found dead inside singer David Anthony Burke's Tesla, had been his student and that he knew she had run away a couple of times.
So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA.
TMZ was the first to report on the teacher's comments.
There's certainly photo and video evidence that she was most likely with David. They were hanging out together. It's unclear if this was a romantic relationship.
Rivas' teacher put out a video, and it may be the smoking gun in the case.
Nima Rahmani, president of West Coast Trial Lawyers, says the teacher's claims are damaging because Celeste was only 13 when she first went missing in April 2024. If investigators confirm she ran away with David at that time, he would have been 18.
The mere fact that an 18-year-old is in the presence of a 13-year-old
Yes.
to run away is not unlawful. But if there's any sexual activity, if there is any force or coercion, that could be kidnapping, that could be rape, that could be trafficking. That's the exposure that David has, setting aside the fact that she's now been found dead.
One day after the medical examiner identified the remains in the Tesla as those of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, LAPD investigators served a search warrant at David's home in the Hollywood Hills on Wednesday night,
While he's
seizing
on tour.
electronics and computers.
Yeah, so that's the guy that got that TikTok song that went crazy. That one right there, that's David, you guys. That's David. Hope I don't get in no trouble for that little bit right there. But we know what, we're only doing commentary over here, and we're trying to get you guys as much information as possible. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen and get those likes up if you're appreciating the content that you're getting right now. Because we got to keep on moving. Keep on moving. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Outrage over a Muslim mayor that targets a Slills named minister. Not welcome here is what he says. We got this crazy conflict going on back and forth. It's a little bit of words that I can't say, so I'm going to let them say it. Let's go.
The Muslim mayor telling a Christian minister he was, quote, not welcome in the city after the minister expressed concern about a new street sign honoring a controversial pro-Palestine supporter of Hamas and Hezbollah terror groups. Watch.
It talks about how the blood of the martyrs, I'm quoting, irrigates the land of Palestine. And then further quotes, he talks about how the terrorists should strike them with knives and with their bare hands, and they're victorious. And he also encourages the use of rockets over there.
The best suggestion I have for you is to not drive on Warren Avenue or to close your eyes while you're doing it. His name is up there. And I, spoke at a ceremony celebrating it because he's done a lot for this community. And although you live here, I want you to know as mayor, you are not welcome here.
Wow.
And the day you move out of the city will be the day that I launch a parade celebrating the fact that you moved out of the city. Because you are not somebody who believes in coexistence. You're somebody who tries to preach it, but in fact, you do everything but that.
The minister speaking with Fox News after the incident.
I did not respond to the mayor with hate. He shut me down, like you saw. He was very angry. He said, "Get out of town," etc. I mean, he spoke for himself, so I don't need to.
What do you guys think about that? I think they gotta have. They need a long conversation right there because there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on right there, you guys. But you know what? Small story in a small place that you probably wouldn't have heard nowhere else. That's why we bring it here to our platform. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. And I do understand that it's hot out here for a pimp. So I ain't trying to get in your pockets. I got some coffee in the kitchen, so I ain't trying to hit you up for no money. I get it. I know it's rough out there. But what I would like is to get those likes up because more people would know what we're doing over here. Don't believe me? Hit that like button. All of a sudden, you're going to see something say, what's going on over here? That means that full circle has happened. Because you hit the like button, YouTube has sent up a notification. That person saw it, boom, and now they're saying, what's going on over here? The rest of the job is up to me and up to us. But yes, let's get more people over here, you guys. And also, if you have not already subscribed to the channel, if you're not a member already, go ahead and do so. Hit that post notification bell right there so that you know whenever we're on. We don't just do this, we go in the field and we do much more. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to keep on moving forward. I want to keep on and not ever forget about her. We could never forget about the ringleader. We could never forget about the person that organizes situations, Mrs. Ghislaine Maxwell. I got some information. Y'all probably already know about it, but we're going to keep on layering it on because every time I see somebody talking about her going to a low minimum prison or her getting out on a pardon, told you guys who I think about. I think about the victims.
This is the trial of the century.
This is a trial about a sex trafficking enterprise that destroyed the lives of countless young women and girls.
Why would someone do this? When I think back to the girl I met in 1990, and if you told me this is where her story would end up, I wouldn't believe you.
She had this invisible butterfly net. And she would go out in the social scene in London and New York, and she would whisk her net and capture the beautiful people, the rich, the famous, the powerful people. It coated her, with a veneer of respectability. But I don't believe the society people I know whose names I can't even speak because they'd kill me, knew. We just didn't know.
Yeah, for real. You're not playing.
People weren't paying attention.
So stop with all of that, Mr. Maxwell, blah, blah, blah. Homegirl, you was getting paid and you was in the bed getting Lil's Nade with some of them girls too. In the right place right now. And with the 20, I think she deserves it. Keep on moving forward right now because now I got a little more information. I need you guys to go ahead and maybe this will line up perfectly. I always thought about this, like how we gonna get this to line up, but anytime, I don't care if it's a clip, if it's a live, whatever it is, gotta get you guys this information. Check this out right here. I found this just surfing. This is from Epstein's
Question.
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer? Lewd and lascivious conduct or procuring minors for prostitution? I suppose lewd and lascivious conduct. I would prefer lewd and lascivious conduct with a prostitute if possible. That exchange between Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell on May 23rd, 2008 is part of some 18,000 emails from Epstein's personal Yahoo account obtained by Bloomberg News. The emails, which suggest the inbox was most active between 2005 and 2008, include messages spanning 2002 to 2022. Epstein died in 2019, and emails received after that are largely spam or marketing offers.
Makes sense.
Overall, the emails offer a raw look into the disgraced financier and sex offender's world. While this inbox wasn't the only one he used, the newly uncovered emails do suggest how central Maxwell was to his life, something that contradicts her telling of events. She's characterized herself as a former girlfriend and property manager for Epstein, not someone with eyes into his vast influence machine or sex trafficking operation. She's currently serving a 20-year sentence for conspiring with Epstein to sexually abuse minors. Maxwell was central to curating Epstein's inner circle, according to these emails.
Right.
In some emails, she's organizing visits with the likes of Sergey Brin and his then-girlfriend Anne Wojcicki. Sergey and Anne arrive tomorrow at Guana and stay till 2nd. Be very nice to her, not stupid. She is interested in mapping DNA, etc. She is key. Although the inbox contains no messages confirming Anne was on the island, Epstein wrote to an assistant just days later that he was there with Brin. Notably, Maxwell also oversaw some of Epstein's gift giving. In the emails, we discovered a spreadsheet of gifts and payments, some lavish, like $60,000 diamond ear clips and a necklace, a $47,000 Steinway piano, and a $71,000 car, as he curried favor with our elite and powerful. The ledger doesn't make clear whether the gifts were accepted by their intended recipients. And all this was happening at a time when Maxwell has said she wasn't in regular contact with Epstein. These emails cut through the image of a scapegoat and simple house manager that Maxwell has worked tirelessly to present. And while they're not the definitive record of Epstein's story, they open a rare window into his life and social circle.
So I showed you the clip earlier so that you could see the high echelon people that Ghislaine Maxwell was always around. Her main thing when she came over was to try to continue her lifestyle after her father had passed, the former owner of the Daily News. Once she lost that money that money, how do they call it? That bankroll, she had to find another bankroll. Epstein was that. Why? He wanted the fame, she needed the money. It came together, bottom line. I don't want to hear nothing else. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Brigitte Macron, she's got to show the court scientific proof that she's not a man, as Candace Owens is trying to call her. Candace is trying to get sued, messing around with this lady. I think Brigitte's not playing. She's bringing out the doctors on this one, boy. She ain't playing.
So the First Lady of France is doing something that may sound surprising. She and her attorneys are planning to try to prove that she is a woman. Stay with us here. Brigitte Macron, wife of the French president, Emmanuel Macron, now says she's going to present scientific and photo evidence in court to prove her sex. This is part of the couple's court case here in the U.S. as they're suing the woman on the right side of your screen, conservative commentator Candace Owens, for saying on her platforms, Macron was born male.
Brigitte Macron was actually born Jean-Michel Trogneux. That is the person that you are seeing in this photo here on the far left. I would stake my entire professional career on the fact that Brigitte Macron, the current First Lady of France, was born a man.
So Macron is trying to shut down these claims and win the case. Owens is trying to get the whole thing thrown out. Let me bring in Yasmin Vasugi in here. This is a defamation case here from the First Lady of France here. Help us understand any of the context or even any precedent on this.
First of all, they want to set the record straight. The attorney has said this is incredibly upsetting to both President Macron as well as his wife, Brigitte Macron. They say it's a distraction as well to the president and his family. This is an opportunity for them to prove just kind of shut down all of the rumors and the talk of what you heard from Candace Owens there, to essentially prove that she is in fact a woman. As you mentioned, they're gonna use scientific and physical evidence, if in fact this goes to trial, to make sure everybody understands that is.
How you use physical evidence? What they gonna do, go like this? They gonna grab her by the, what they gonna do, y'all? She got some pictures. She gonna show some pictures of her, her work. How they gonna figure this out? And I ain't gonna get into her nose too much, But man, you can slide down that nose with no problem in the summertime or the wintertime. You don't gotta have no snow. That nose right there, Lord have mercy. That's whoa, I don't even know what to say about that one. As far as Macron, she's trying to sue Candace because of the fact that Candace has so many people following, like a 5 million people following. And it's a bad thing for that many people to possibly think that you're a man, Trojan man.
Is in fact the truth. And I will say, this is actually the second defamation case on this, because there was a defamation case that happened in France. This actually initiated with some French bloggers, in which the Macrons actually won that case, but it was subsequently overturned in an appeal, not because of the truth, but because of freedom of expression. I will say Candace Owens, for her part, has filed a motion for dismissal. And the attorneys from the Macron family have said, and I quote, "Unlike Ms. Owens, the Macrons welcome the discovery process and look forward to holding her to account for the reckless falsehood she continues to knowingly promote." And let me just say, Hal, as you kind of played some of those videos of Candace Owens, for folks to understand, I mean, I know she has kind of become this household name, but that is because of the huge following that she in fact has online. 5 million subscribers on YouTube, 7 million followers on X. So that kind of proves the point of what Brigitte Macron, the First Lady of France, and President Macron are saying, in which they say, we want to set the record straight to make sure everybody understands the truth in this situation.
That I'm not a man. I don't even think they care about no money, because she the one that's supposed to have the money. Macron's supposed to be, I mean, she's the one that got the dough. She don't even care about the bread. She's trying to prove her point. What you guys think? Do you think that she's a woman? Or do you think she's a man? If you think she's a woman, go ahead and get that broken wrist, y'all. Y'all can go ahead and do this. Thumbs down, that's the woman. And that's only because it represents down, right? Down. Now, if you think that she's a man, let's get a thumbs up going on, or hands up right here. If you think that she's a man, thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Let's go. Keep on moving forward, you guys. I love it when the plan come together. That was hilarious. New York, elected officials swept up in the protest. Wait a minute. Are we doing that? Or did we do that again? Or did we do that already? Let's get to the elected officials. They've been swept up in a protest arrest in New York at this immigration site. I don't know if I showed this already, but let me just get it over.
And requesting our right.
Yeah, I think I did.
Officials
This is how they got locked up. Yeah, that's how they got locked
to
up.
review the conditions.
Keep on knocking. We're going to let you in.
And everyone else. We have just 15 people in here. What you fired?
Y'all are dead wrong. Y'all are wrong.
You're taping the door shut. Huge fire hazard.
Come for one, face us all.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Say it loud, say it clear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Say it loud.
A mother, and it's gone on for too long, and it's gone on for too long, and it's gone on for too long.
We are the people too. We'll never agree. We want justice for our neighbors. One. We are the people too.
Well, guess what, guys? I guess if they don't keep their main job, they can get together as a group. We want our people free. We want to let them in. We want to give them free money and resources. We want to forget about the American people and give it all to the illegals. Keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to go on, keep it moving. What I got over here stacked up for you. Y'all know what I'm about to say, right? It ain't over. Thought you ain't like the beat. It ain't over. I thought y'all ain't like the beat. This is what's going on in New York nowadays, y'all. Protests, people walking in the street. So many people getting locked up, there's not even enough cops to arrest the people. They're fighting everywhere, y'all. They're not playing. They're really not playing out here. Protests, fighting back. Immigrants are welcome here. No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. No hate. Hey, y'all see what's going down? They got the song going. I already learned it. They put that on the hook. No hate, no fear. Immigrants welcome here. Did it, better step to the rear. I ain't singing on that. Come on, y'all. Do your boy a favor. Double tap that screen. Y'all can't tell how amped up I am this morning. I ain't had no coffee, no nothing. You know what I'm high off of? Life. And he woke me up this morning. Keep on moving forward to Utah. We got these two men that were arrested. Fun-throns. They tried to put a pow device up under a vehicle. And guess what? It didn't go off. They got caught. Let's go. Utah. Trying to make a point and you got caught. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
2 men are facing terrorism and other charges. This is after police say they found a lit explosive device underneath a local news station vehicle. Authorities say the bomb squad responded to the scene in Salt Lake City Friday and that the device was real, but it failed to detonate.
Lucky.
Police say the vehicle was parked next to a building with people.
Lucky.
Remember those nights we didn't take off our makeup?
See, this is again another person trying to make a point, and so many people could have got hurt. Lucky that thing didn't go off. Like when you got them fireworks that time, and you was wondering why your firework didn't go off.
People inside the news vehicle belonged to Salt Lake City Fox station KSTU. And ABC News' Trevor Ault has been following this story for us from Los Angeles. Trevor, we know neighbors even had to be evacuated, right, as authorities went and arrested the suspects at their home. What more are we hearing from authorities?
Yeah, Kana, and that played out the following morning. So they originally found that explosive device, they say, on Friday underneath that news van. Were able to thankfully clear that scene, but they do say it was lit and it simply failed to detonate.
Luckily.
They say the next day they found these 2 suspects at their home, arrived there, and then inside, along with arresting those 2 suspects, they say they found a pair of devices that appeared to be explosives as well. And they say the suspects told them those were real bombs that could detonate. So they cleared out the entire neighborhood, swept through that scene. It turned out, they say, these were hoax devices. So it was all a false alarm that was that happened because of the suspects, they say. But they also said that they did find other explosives and firearms and illegal narcotics inside the home of these 2 suspects. Now, it's still not clear what the motive necessarily was. It's not even clear if the news media or these local journalists were specific targets here. But we do know that those 2 suspects are now facing terrorism charges and also possession of weapons of mass destruction.
Well, if you look at their house, you see they got all type of propaganda hanging around. I seen something that says, "Let's go taco" or whatever like that. So good to get them off the street. And it's especially if it was lit, that means that they were intending to do Hill's harm. I mean, they're trying to cause some harm, you guys. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. A mom is furious over who? I know this lady, you guys love her so much, but right now it's not even a joke. Because there's a mother that is so peed off with Jasmine Crockett that I can't even play right now. She calls the herder of her daughter a random person. Now, I don't know if she has a heart inside that crow chest of hers with that cricket hairdo, but there's no race, color, or whatever that you can talk about someone and just try to downplay someone's life and call them something like that. So the mother of this daughter, she went in on Jasmine Crockett as she should have. That's right. Let's go, y'all.
Democrat Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett sparking outrage for appearing to dismiss the murder of 20-year-old Kayla Hamilton, who was killed at the hands of an illegal immigrant in 2022. The House was debating a Republican-led bill named after Kayla when the Congresswoman made these comments. Listen.
Cricket head.
You take a situation and then you exploit what has happened to not only that person, but you exploit those families and you make it a game. Stop just throwing a random dead person's name on something for your own political expediency.
Joining me now is Jeff Gaylor, the sheriff in the Maryland County where Kayla was killed, and Kayla Hamilton's mother, Tammy Nobles. Thank you both so much for joining us. Tammy, what was your reaction when you heard the Congresswoman describe your daughter like this?
I was really furious because you just don't call a victim of a crime just a random dead person. No victim should be referred as.
This goes to the point where I'm trying to bring up where people have no heart. Like, just because you're part of the party doesn't mean that you go blindly. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right. Common sense is the party that I'm a part of. I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I am not an independent. I'm a human being, period. I'm not going to follow behind somebody aimlessly when they do nonsense. I don't care. And that's why we got this platform. Keep on moving forward, y'all.
a random dead person.
No.
We were there, I mean, they were there discussing her bill. And what she said was really nasty, and it came across as racist.
Tammy, what do you remember the most about Kayla from when she was a little girl?
She was a very happy and energetic child. She loved unconditionally, and she just loved to enjoy, she enjoyed her life. She lived each day to the fullest. She loved going to church. She loved God. And she really cared for animals and the homeless. And she was just herself.
She was just herself. Maybe the Congresswoman will hear your memories and your words of your daughter and think twice before so callously dismissing somebody that was a beautiful young girl who turned into a beautiful young woman created in the image of God. Sheriff, should anybody, especially a sitting member of Congress, call somebody who was murdered a victim a random person?
No, of course not, and thank you for allowing me. That breaks my heart to see Tammy on here talking about Kayla's life. Kayla was important. Her life mattered, and for Congressman Crockett to be so dismissive, so insensitive to a crime victim, any crime victim, it just speaks to the character of who we're electing from some jurisdictions around this country. That is pathetic. Is the best word I have for it.
It's worth.
You can get a lot done with certain words. You can work and perform and still be better than others perform. There's no reason to kick people down just to try to get a leg up. There's no reason for it, and I'm not for it. I want to keep on moving forward to Philadelphia right now, because we got this woman that was literally chased down. The only thing that was shielding this lady was the power of God. What was this man doing? Philadelphia, y'all. Y'all better not go nowhere, because y'all gonna want to see this. Watch this. He gets out the car, starts following the lady. He gets on the sidewalk. That's her right there. She's trying to walk in the street because she's scared. She goes into oncoming traffic because she's that fearful, runs down the block. He is pow-powing at her over 10 times. Over 10 times, and yeah, only his bad aim plus the power of God was covered in her. Guaranteed. 10 times. Y'all saw that. Blatant. Wasn't no audio or nothing like that. Had to go do some research on that. That was yesterday. Crazy. Philadelphia. Nonsense going on. Be careful out there, y'all. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Also want to pray for the fact that she got away, that she did not lose her life, and that God was at work and covered in her the whole entire time, because that's all I saw. Amen. That's all I saw. I saw God basically covered in that woman. I saw her being covered. That's what I basically understood in that. We're going to keep on moving over to our senior German Shepherd here, who loves to bring grandma her slippers. There's something about German Shepherds. They're so cute when they're puppies, and they're just so even more cuter when they get older. It's like a bigger puppy. And yes, I told you guys, the same way I love Nova, I love all dogs, and I cannot wait until we get our sanctuary. Our sanctuary, I'm thinking of the name now, because you know what I always said? Oh, I want to get a sanctuary. And then I said to myself, you know what? The only way to actually do it is to actually do it. So if you got to start fostering dogs in the crib right now, while our bottom line is going on, that's how we start the sanctuary, y'all. That's how we're going to start doing it. We got to take care of these guys right here. Let's go, y'all. We got this senior dog who loves to help his grandma around the house.
When my mom goes to the kitchen, his eyes are on her. They share breakfast together. she knows what is dog safe, so then she can share food with Rambo. When Rambo eats, he always brings the bowl back to my mom. Hey, mommy. Oh, mommy. He will fetch my mom's the first. Good job. Good job, Betty. Thank you. Ah, what do you have for me? 10 years ago, there was this emptiness in the house. My dad wanted a dog so bad, and that's how Rambo came into my life. Now that he's older, I'm doing everything I can to make sure he's comfortable in his senior year. I enjoy giving him manicure, brushing his teeth, making him feel the best. Every day I give him massage, stretching, exercise to alleviate his pain for senior joints. I feel like I'm his protector. I'm just happy that he's here with me. I just feel incredibly grateful. I have the opportunity and privilege to take care of my animal that's aging. Even if your dog is aging, there's still a lot of things we can do to help them. Enjoy life with your senior dog and still have very meaningful moments. Whoa, good job, buddy! I know one day when I look back, these will be the moments I'm looking for.
Yeah, we all know that senior dogs, they move on. All dogs move on. Me, I got this trick that I'm trying to learn in my own head. I got this thing with me that's like, okay, the older dog can pass on, but you got to get a puppy immediately after that. And that's just me trying not to cry so much or go through so much pain, because you know how it is when you lose a friend, especially one of the furry, dedicated friends. Believe it or not, a pit bull will let you do anything to him. I used to put sweaters on my dog, hats, everything. He used to just be chilling. I loved animals. So yeah, we're gonna keep on moving forward to Fort Stewart. We gotta go on over to another one of our four-legged heroes. He's a bulldog named Rocky. Yeah, he's a legend, and he's already in the 3rd Infantry, you guys. He's one of those big boogie woogie bugle boys. Look at his face, y'all. Now you tell me, with a face like that, how could you not love him? Let's go on the show Rocky real quick, y'all. Let's go.
Voices of Valor, we're spotlighting a hero who walks on 4 legs, drools on command, and proudly wears the uniform of the 3rd Infantry Division. Meet Specialist Rocky, the bulldog, carrying on a legacy as fierce and loyal as the soldiers he stands beside. WJCL 22 News' Lydia Blackstone takes us inside the storied history of the dog-faced soldiers and their beloved mascot.
So good, you know that? You do it so good.
A day in the life of Rocky means a lot of back rubs, some time outdoors, gazing at the statues in his honor,
and the rest of it is naps.
The 2-year-old bulldog coming to Fort Stewart to be the first ever
All
live
dogs
mascot.
go to heaven.
His handler, Jessica, a former Marine veteran turned DOD civilian serving on base.
He's a star of the show, and I'm completely invisible. It's all about Rocky.
And while he may just be 2 years old, the bulldog mascot isn't new. The image was actually drawn by Walt Disney Studios in 1965, and it's plastered everywhere on the installation.
All eyes are always on Rocky. Everybody enjoys having him around. They're always asking, how do we get him to go, to all these different places?
But maybe what he's known best for being a needed morale boost. Name Rocky from the slogan Rock of the Marne, the division gained during the Second Battle of the Marne in World War I. And like the dog-faced soldiers, he's nothing fancy, just tough. But he does have this that makes him extra special.
His birthday is actually July 4th, so he just turned 2.
So he's a very patriotic.
Very patriotic.
So I guess they knew when he was born on July 4th that he was meant to have this little position.
He was destined to be here.
At Fort Stewart, Lydia Blackstone, WJCL 22 News.
How could you not love that face? How could you not love that face, you guys? Do your boy a favor if y'all appreciate the content that y'all getting. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Also, if you have not already hit that membership and become a member, what are you waiting on? Subscribe to the channel and then give me all the money in your pockets. Y'all know I'm playing with you. Y'all know I'm playing. But guess what? If y'all trying to make some money, All y'all got to do is go hit up that link in the description, fill out a survey. We got up to $650 worth of surveys in there. Also, like I said, our boy Nova has made his mark at GoFundMe. We have the money for the MRI as well as the surgery. Y'all ain't no joke. Y'all used to let the mic smoke. And my people stepped it up. We put up $300 altogether. So y'all go ahead and give yourselves a round of applause. I don't know how many other people put up money, but the money that Harley gave us last, 2 months ago, plus I seen other people that put up money from us, we put up $300 to help save Nova. And if everybody just think like that, we can all help each other, because the power of numbers means that no one person has to take the punch by themselves. That's right, you guys. That's how we do it. Also, y'all know where we're going with this, right? If you got a mobile business, I don't know if you're a detailer, you might be a landscaper, send over your promo to us, because we got about 50,000 subscribers now that's going to be able to see your promo, and possibly you'll be able to get some more business going. Send over your promo to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That is bridgethisllc@gmail.com. I want you guys to make sure it's in a 1080 by 1080 frame so that it fits. I tried to put something in there yesterday and it didn't fit. It got to be a 1080 by 1080, because if not, it just won't fit. That's what YouTube is on. Also, y'all know where I'm about to go with this, right? I'm about to get on this Show Your Talent search that we're about to do in, we'll be going back to the Bronx, Throgs Neck, the Superstore, right there before you guys get on the bridge. The Throgs Neck Bridge, the Superstore, right in the multiplex, myself, DJ Don Dada from Black Ink, we're going to be there doing the Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search where you can make $250 in the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, or Staten Island. But particularly this October 4th, we're going to be back in the Throgs Neck Superstore, and we got $250 to give somebody. So I hope y'all got some talent. Maybe you can sing. Maybe you can dance. I don't care if you can do a wheelie. If it's talent, I want to see it. If you're good, boom, you're going to make $250. And after we get everybody together from the last person, that's going to win $1,000. And we're going to bring that person over to Manhattan, because that's the last final location that we have set up, you guys. And that's what we're doing. What is today? It's Saturday. Another day to rejoice, be happy, smile, get out there and drink some water. I want to pray for everybody that's in the comments. Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, demonetized. I saw you come in the building. VIP auction group. My brother Casey. Yes, the comments have ran out on the other laptop, but I remember who was here, and y'all are very important to me. Liberty and Justice. Everybody that comes through here. Luigi. That's right, you guys. I don't forget, because you're here with me every day. Sky. I ain't playing. I want you guys to have a fantastic day. You guys go up under the Lord. Y'all take this prayer and y'all say under the sound of my voice, amen. That's right, you guys. Amen. I want you guys to have a fantastic day. Drink some water. And do me a favor. Stop worrying about problems so much, because problems are always going to persist. You're always going to need money. You're always going to have to do something, or have to deal with something. What I want you to do is stop and smell the roses. Stop and experience life, because that's all that we have that's true to us. You guys, y'all already know how I always say it. Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me on this Saturday morning, I appreciate you. Guess what I got to do now? I got to make sure I get myself a song ready, because it's got to be something good for Purple Sunday tomorrow, y'all. Y'all know how we do it. Got to wear something purple. And until then, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, Purple Sunday, I'll see you guys then. Get 'em! Peace. One.